low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
This is a badass song.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. Through the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, on the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and
Go.
you can go and obtain
Go.
anything you want,
Go.
anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief.
Go, Danny, go.
Right?
Even when you feel low, you can still go, Danny.
That's
Hit
right.
that plateau. Even when you hit that plateau, you can still go, Danny.
That's right.
Hit that plateau, still go. Hit that plateau, still go.
Oh,
What's
John's
going
rapping.
on, everyone? What
John's
is
a little rapper.
What's going on, everyone? Might have to write me a song called "Hit That Plateau." You can still go. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the broadcast. Welcome, all of our friends from all over the place, the planet, I should say. This is your KFit 30. This is your KFit. Didn't even pick it up. This is your KFit. The days just fucking roll into each other, Danny. Last night we had the KFit 30. Oh, I got my shirt on. Didn't even plan that.
Oh yeah. I didn't even. It didn't even dawn on me. You said KFit 30. So
Last night we had
KFit 30 conference call.
Yeah, we love the KFit brand, guys. KFit brand. So I had a little Freudian slip saying, welcome to the KFit 30, which last night we had the KFit 30 1-month mission weekly winners and support group challenge. So if you're not on the weekly, if you're not on the KFit 30 mission 10 ultimate body challenge, mind, body, and spirit, you gotta get involved. It's not
Why
too
ain't
late.
you?
Shout out to Della Rhodes. Della signed up halfway through. She jumped in. She locked in. So shout out to our new participant, Della. From Della's down there in Westminster with you, Danny. Where's she from?
Yeah, Westminster. Yep.
Well, anyway, good job. So listen, welcome to the broadcast, guys. We're at season 9, episode 4 of the KFit Talk, not KFit 30, although it all ties into Danny and myself's KFit brand. All right, K, Koga, K, Knight, you know the deal. Don't have to be an Einstein to figure that one out. But once again, if it's your first time listening or it's your first time subscribing, because we got to have you guys, we got to make sure you guys subscribe to the podcast, not just watch the social media sites where you can see our pretty faces. This wonderful 35-year-old anti-age face of mine that I got to thank my Sizzle products for, you know, and
wake up, Alice.
Oh, man. And listen, we like to have fun on this podcast. That's what it's about, to take you outside of your stress, take you away from, any kind of stress you may be having. You know, you need a little laugh, you need a little chuckle, you need a little motivation, you need some support, you need a freaking virtual hug. We'll give you one with the KFit Talk. All right, that's what we're here for. We talk fitness, food, life, and fun. We are at season 9, episode 4. Sizzle, SISEL, Science, Innovation, Success, Energy, and Longevity is our official, unofficial sponsor. And for those of you guys with stank breath, we got to get you guys on this Sizzle Terminator X. We got to get you on the Terminator. If you got that halitosis, we got something for your halitosis. All right. Don't be going into hangout and if your trainer's got halitosis.
Speaking of hallow toes, you can soak them in this.
Oh yeah, Danny's showing her Sizzle soak. All right. We got products for everything, guys. We'll get into the products later. But I want to welcome all of our listeners, all of our friends around the world that really have locked into this podcast and supported it. So Danny and myself can enjoy coming to you guys every Tuesday here in the United States on the East Coast at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And, allowing us to, just sit back and kick it with you guys for an hour or so. We have some good topics. Very rarely do we overlap a topic, but it's time, because we have season 9. We're into this over 2 years. We got to bring back some of the other topics, and times have changed. We got some new research we've done on certain topics, and trial and error, life experiences threw some crazy shit at us over the last 2 years. So maybe there's a topic that we discussed that there's going to be more, we'll have more insight, more life experiences to contribute toward that topic, Danny.
But even so, like, even if it's like kind of the same topic idea, there's so much information on each topic that we could probably do like 5 podcasts
on the
on
same
the
topic.
same topic and not repeat the same information. That's the
That's what
key.
she said. Danny, you know what? You're a fart smeller. You are a fart smeller. I'm sorry, smart fella. You have lit. You have
Eh,
you
yeah,
have
man.
literally. What would I do without you, Danny? That was a great way to say it. Me, I fumble over my words. I can't figure it out. The mice
KFit
chasing
30.
the mice chasing the cheese in my head are
All
going in a
right.
million different directions. But anyway, guys, let me introduce my partner in crime. You guys know her, you love her. For those of you guys that are hearing Danny for the first time, you're going to come to know and love her just as fast as everybody else has. I know Danny's going through a little something right now, a little Justy Justice down there, her little pup, who's we're all going to pray for. We're going to put positive vibes and positive energy through the airwaves to give Justice a nice, healthy, speedy recovery for whatever it may be. We're gonna live by what Danny says. We're not gonna project the negative. We're gonna focus on the positive. So, Danny, what is going on down there? Give us the Justice update. And I know, listen, this is serious shit for you when it comes to your little girl. And we all know that. So, how are things going? How's everything going as far as Justice right now? Then we'll get into Danny K. Jim.
She seems obviously she seems better today. Like yesterday she was just kind of like and she's in pain
Okay.
and I can't figure out whether it's her hips or it's her spine, if it's a bone
Okay.
thing, if it's a something that I just don't even want to talk about. But Thursday, Luke, my acupuncturist, he's going to work her in and get an acupuncture treatment.
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
certain ways I can pick her up and she's fine. Certain ways I pick her up and she like yipes, or
Yeah.
she sudden moves a certain way, she yipes. So I'm just I'm hoping that it's just bone stuff. But
All right.
I lost my mom to the big C, and I
Fuck see. Fuck
don't
cancers.
don't want to lose her to this. So I'm not sure
That's
what it is. I'm not going to go get I'm just going to continue to treat her holistically and take her out, out of pain, and just do the acupuncture and
all right.
and whatever
You know,
it is. And
and today happens to be National Pet Day, so we're really going to time it right. So, Justice, little girl, you got this. You know what? Show your mama how strong you are. She raised you well, Justice. She raised you well, baby. All right, everything's gonna be fine. Good vibes, positive vibes. I know you guys are kicking ass down there in Danny K. Jim and Well. The number one, and for those that don't know this, I mean, come
right,
on, shame on you.
right.
The number one gym in Danny County, in Carroll County. It is Danny's
It
County.
might as well
Hey,
give me the damn key to the county. Come on.
Jason just changed the name to Danny County down there in Westminster, Maryland. So, lot going on down there at Danny K. Gym. I see Tony's rocking his lives now. You guys are
Yeah,
outside with your Koga classes.
outside.
You're doing your thing out there. I know you got some. You brought some new equipment in there. You got you got great members, man. I
Yeah,
see that buying you flowers and
yeah,
plants and freaking
yeah. Well,
equipment.
so Jackie, so the thing with it's kind of like our tradition now. Like my mom's favorite flowers is the lily, and I always do white lilies because white is the cancer or
Yeah.
the lung cancer color.
Yep.
So everything I do, that's why I have a white car, that's why I have a white band, that's why I have a white
Yep.
phone. That's anything that I can do white, I do just in honor of my mom. Um and so like every Easter, Jackie started this years ago. And Jackie's not even a member at my gym anymore, you know what I mean? Like and
Uh,
she continues
remember.
to that's it's like our little tradition. Easter time, she brings me a white lily, and and it's just it's kind of
Wow.
it's just our thing. It's our little tradition, and I'm blessed, you know what I mean? Like so it's
Hey,
pretty cool.
speaking of Easter, I know you kept the tradition alive with mom's eggs. What'd you
Yeah.
freeze for Danny? What'd you make? You pickled eggs? What else?
The
What'd
yeah,
you
the
do?
pickled eggs, yeah, that's my mom. So, and I took 'em down to the club and had some people, like, try them, and they're like, "I don't want it." I'm like, "Just try it, damn it, just try
Oh
it.
shit,
Shut
this is
the
good.
fuck up." And they're like, "Oh my god." Like, you know what I mean? So it was pretty cool, like, but I'm like, it's only because it's my mom's recipe. I'm telling you, people have tried, like, they like pickled eggs or whatever, or they don't, but when they try my mom's recipe, like, they're like, hands down, this is, like, the best, you know?
That's
So
awesome, man. All right.
yeah,
Well,
you
listen,
know.
Danny, if anybody keeps Linda's life alive and her memory alive and her, listen, we talk about her on the podcast all the time, and I love hearing her stories. So we try to tell everybody, if you really lost a loved one that's very, very close to you, a parent, a child, oh my God, God forbid, a pet. Listen, my pet lovers out there, I know I'll be the first one to tell you, and I'm embarrassed to even say it, but I've gotten over the loss of a family member sooner and quicker than I should get over. But I mean,
Right,
my
right.
pet hit me harder than, and that sounds terrible, but pet lovers will know what I'm talking about. It's like,
Well, and I'm not so sure. Like for me, like the my mom was the first of firsts. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
you lose an aunt, you lose an uncle, you lose a
that's what I mean.
grandma. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you
You don't
know,
lose
eh,
anybody, but it's
but
life.
but
I
but my
mean,
mom, my mom was my everything. So like but and justice not replaced, but justice came in as my mom
it
was
filled a little of
leaving,
that void. Sure. Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
I the first of first was losing my mom, and I've never lost this is my first animal, first pet that I've ever had, and this will be in hopefully a couple of years from now, but this will be the first pet that I've ever
Yeah.
and she's so much of this gym, and I don't
Yeah.
mean to talk about it like she like on her way out, because she's not, you know what I mean, like she's got some
Yeah,
pain in her bones,
yeah,
but like her bed, like everybody comes in, they give her a treat. They leave, they give her a treat. Her
yeah.
bed is right, so she's probably more a part of this gym than I am. I mean, people come to the gym and be like, "Well, where's Justice?" Like if I'm like going out or whatever, and I'll
Yeah.
take her home during the afternoon and come back, train a couple clients, and then I'm leaving. They're like, "Well, where's Justice?" Yeah, hi,
It's true,
hello.
man. She grew up.
They're
She
they're
was
like, "Yeah, well,
raised in
we
that
don't care
gym.
about you, Danny, like, we're
Yeah.
just trying to here for justice," you know?
She was raised in that gym. All right, so listen, so let's get into it. Let's jump right into the pool here. So last night we had our weekly winners and support call, Danny. So guys, those young that would like to know more about the KFit 30 mission. If you need to lose some weight, we're getting down to crunch time. We got Memorial Day weekend up here in the Northeast. We kind of gauge things on kicking off the summer with that Memorial Day weekend. And if you're not happy with what you're seeing in the mirror, and if you're not happy what you're feeling when you close your eyes, and your brain is just kind of all over the place because of the stress that we take on in our life, and you need a little kick in the seat of your pants, we have you. But you guys
Yep,
got to take the first step, man. You gotta raise your hand without even us seeing it and register and say, I mean, you know what? Send me the link. Matter of fact, we're gonna post the link up. Don't even tell us you're registered, all right? Just get on board, and we'll Danny's gonna put it up in the comments right now, and do it. I'm enough. Listen, we got to stop dragging our feet and kicking tires, like they say. It's time.
yep,
This is your life. This is your life. Whether it's just a matter of I got to lose weight, or you have to stop being concerned as you get older and later on in life, and even in your younger life, because you're setting yourself up for those ailments and those diseases to kick
yep,
in when you get in the 40s and 50s and 60s. So, you know, we have to address these things now, and I'm going to tell you, you're going to create such an amazing addiction, which is kind of an oxymoron, but you're going to create a really awesome addiction with this KFit 30, and with just your fitness journey in general. Stop saying you can't. Stop saying you're too old. Stop saying you have bad knees. Stop saying you have sciatic nerves. Stop saying you're on medication. Stop. Just stop, dude.
yeah.
Just stop.
Well,
You know, it's
a lot of people are on those things and experiencing those things because they're not working out,
right.
because they're not taking care of themselves. Not saying that we can get you off of every single med, and cure every single ailment, but we can definitely release and relieve a lot of that stuff, and release
Thousand
some of
percent.
yeah, I mean,
Thousand
come
percent,
on.
man.
Preventive maintenance, guys,
It's so
also.
important, and you don't realize it until all of a sudden the doctor says, hey, you get that message on you, hey, you got to call the doctor's office tomorrow. That's the one you dread, man. When you just had your
Yeah,
blood work done, you'd rather not hear from them. When you
right.
don't hear and say, wow, why hasn't my doctor gotten back to me? I did blood work 3 weeks ago. Chances are you're okay. But when you get that freaking call back the next day, and you get that kick in the stomach feeling, and you said, shit, I've been watching these guys podcasts for 2 freaking years. They've been telling me that I should get involved to get my HDLs down, my triglycerides down, my blood pressure down, to increase my cardiovascular stamina. So if I am predisposed to have heart condition, at least I can go all in, and I can combat this shit. You
Yeah.
know, maybe one workout adds one day on your life. From my mouth to God's ears, I hope it does. And now you're sitting back enjoying it and saying, I'm not going to keep stressing over. And I should practice what I preach here. Believe me here. But it's like if you can get a nice invigorating workout, an invigorating walk, an invigorating hike, something where you're clearing your head and you're helping all the systems in your body, respiratory, circulatory, musculoskeletal, all the systems in our
All of it.
body run intact and run optimally. It's a win, guys. Chalk it up as a freaking win. And it's free. Free is in every one of your damn budgets listening to this broadcast. Don't tell me you can't afford to go join a gym. You don't need a gym. Don't tell me you can't afford a personal trainer. You don't need a personal trainer. You're looking at two of the best on the planet. We are concerned about your health and your life and your mental health as well. With all the shit you're hearing, these people going around shooting people up. God only knows if they had some kind of mental health, some kind of outlet, like and I'm not saying we're gonna stop. I'm not taking it there. I'm telling you that if you could preoccupy your brain with something you enjoy, you'll spend less time on something you don't like killing fucking kids in a church school. Okay? You understand where I'm coming from? Occupy your brain. Oh, John, you're not a psychologist. I'm not claiming to be. I'm just telling you that you can't deny the fact that if you can deter your mind from doing something bad with something good, it's 1 + 1 is 2. Danny, what else you got for us?
I mean, you said it. I mean, it releases stress. When you've got obviously anybody that does anything like that is mentally disturbed. Like
Yes, of
normal,
course.
regular mental state of mind people aren't going around shooting up people. Okay, period. So they need some sort of help. They've cried out. They probably cried out 5 years ago. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
right.
Like,
You're right.
and of course, we won't get into, the FBI watching their Facebook posts and not doing a damn thing
Damn
about it
thing. Yeah, well,
anyway.
that's a whole
But
other
whew,
podcast.
I digress. But when you have mental issues, regardless, I mean, just depression, like working out helps that. Losing weight. Why are you depressed? Are you depressed because you're lethargic? Because you're overweight? Because you have aches and pains? Well, guess what? Aches and pains are brought on by depression, and depression causes aches and pains.
There you go.
And not moving causes aches and pains, and yes, moving causes some aches and pains, but they're good aches and pains. um so I mean, one hand washes the other when you're talking about working out and mental health and getting those endorphins going. And no, again, we're not trying to it's a shame that we have to like clarify that we're not
Well,
trying
it's
to
the world we live in,
cure
Danny.
anything. You know
It's
what
the
I mean?
world we
Like,
live in.
good Lord, have mercy.
Bullshit.
We're not trying to cure anything, but we're not saying that we have the cure for anything. But it's Google it or duck go it or dog life it. You can. It's proven stats, proven statistics. This is follow the real science that working out helps all of this stuff.
Yeah. Well,
So
Dan, let me tell you something. So, and then we got to get into the topics. But I was watching this program on I don't know, on Hulu, Netflix, whatever it's called, and it had to do with these guys in prison. Okay, and when you're doing hard time, level 6, where you got to lock down for 20, you're locked down for 23 hours a day in your cell. You come out for 1 hour for rec and to shower. Okay. Now listen, once again, mental health. Okay. I'm gonna come to a nice little conclusion with this
okay,
so these people are doing 30 years to life. Now, mind you, listen, you do the crime, you got to do the time, but also they're human. They're also human as well. Okay. And depending on their mental health status, with the prison system now is starting to do is they're looking at this 23 hours of lockdown and only 1 hour a day outside of there, still handcuffed and shackled. Okay, you're being treated like the animal. I'm not getting into whatever they did because trust me, they did some pretty horrific and heinous crimes out there that you probably want to see them. But I'm looking at it from the humane side. You don't think I have this humane side to me? Well, I do. So, and I'm actually for this. So what they want to do now is they want to address because a lot of these people that are in lockdown, they have to give them their meds. They're giving them medication once or twice a day. And they were finding that a lot of these people that are locked down saying, screw it, I'm not taking my meds. And they were literally going batshit crazy in their cells. And with that was going to be a reflection on trying to assault a correctional officer. That would be a reflection on, defecating, urinate, putting themselves in harm's way. So what they found, and I'm really glad that they addressed this, what they found was this. They said, forget the 1 hour a day. We're going to break it up. It's going to be a little bit more work, but we're going to give them a little more time, but we are going to encourage working out. Now, you guys think the yard, everybody's in the yard pushing iron. Those guys that are going on their 1 hour day, they're not interacting with general population. They're going into another cage by themselves to do a couple of push-ups if they choose to do that. So now what they're saying is the prison systems, the one that I was watching in the state of New Mexico, was saying that they're going to give them more time, maybe 2 hours a day, all right, where they're going to encourage them, okay, to do more fitness give them a little humanity back, even though maybe they shouldn't have it back because they were X, Y, or Z, okay? And they're finding that, and they're interacting with them, and they're speaking to them, and they're actually, one of the guys was even saying, one of the correctional officers was saying he was showing this guy how to do a workout, like a 15-minute, instead of just lifting weights or bouncing a basket, teaching them. And then they were having a yoga person that was going to come in. So I'm 100% for this, Danny. I really am, because how am I tying this into us? If you guys are in a funk, if you're dragging your feet, if you feel like the medications have taken over your life, guys, there are ways. I still believe to this day that fitness is one of the best therapies and medication you can offer yourself, okay? And it's FREE. Your insurance doesn't have to cover it, although some of them are recognizing and paying for your gym membership. But here's the deal. You got to start looking at this from a mental health mindset aspect. And once again, we can't get into the mind of a lot of people. You also have to look at it from not just aesthetics. How jacked and good do I look in my bikini? You got to look what it's doing to your internal organs. Like Danny said, the oxidated stress that's going to give you that heart attack at 35 years old, Danny. So I like that it's going. I like that society and it's going in a direction, especially in the prison systems. Because listen, we're all entitled to our opinion on, but I think addressing the human side of it and seeing that fitness and mindset is key. I love it, Danny. I love it. So anyway. All right, where are we going? We're going to a topic that I think is phenomenal, and we got it. Who was April? April.
Yep.
So we had our conference call last night, guys, and for the KFit 30. And if you're on it, if you're on the challenge, you can be on the call on Monday nights with us, wherever you're calling from. Internationally, we welcome you. We are welcoming our international friends to jump on board. This is an entire online social media, email, text message conducive program that we don't care if you're on the moon, we'll be able to get to you. Okay. So last night we discussed, when we discussed weight loss, who's losing weight, who that week, and whatnot. And April had mentioned to us a topic that I thought was great. We get wrapped up, and I tell my members and my clients, don't weigh yourself every day. And now Danny's got a great insight on this as well. I said, don't weigh yourself every day. That scale is going to dictate your psyche throughout the day. It could make or break your day. Okay. It could ruin your day, or it could have you walking on sunshine all day. Believe me, we like that part. We don't like the part where you gained a pound or a half a pound or 2 pounds because of, it could have been many things, even though you're you're following a right regimen and program. So Danny's client April came up with, Danny, talk about it, where she calls it what? You called it what?
So non-scale victory. So like last week, she only went down a pound, but that's cool. Like, I mean, going down
a week,
even a quarter of a pound is, but that's what you want to do. Between a pound and 2 pounds each week. That's a slow, steady weight loss that you're losing fat, not muscle, right? But she was like, also, hey, I have a non-scale victory. And she was talking about like smaller, she's fitting in, or like clothes are getting looser. She's able to fit in to the smaller sizes that she still had tucked away in her closet. So it's like that's a non-scale victory. You don't need to have the scale to dictate whether you're victorious or not. It's like we talked, blood work. I'm walking up. One of my clients years ago, her non-scale victory was she used to have to, like, when she go grocery shopping, she would take all the grocery bags and she would walk them halfway up the steps. Her husband would meet her because she couldn't get up the steps. She didn't have enough energy. She didn't have enough breath to carry the grocery bags and get up the steps and breathe and whatever. So when we started, we were working out and everything, and she was losing weight and she was getting better conditioned, like lung capacity and so forth. He went to meet her at the middle of the step, and she's like, "Get the hell out of my way! I got this." And she was just going up. That's a non-scale victory, y'all. Like,
No
you know,
doubt.
so we don't need that scale to dictate that, even if we didn't lose weight that week, what are, and we do this in KFit 30.
Yep.
We do
Yep.
this with your clients, with my clients. Okay, so the scale didn't move, or okay, the scale went up a pound. Okay, but let's look at all the good positive things that we did this week. You still got in the gym 5. Yeah, well, I got, people say, well, I got in the gym 5 days a week, 5 days last week, but I still went up. Okay, well, but were you on your nutrition? Like, stop, thinking about like the negative things. Like, so the good positive things, okay, I was in the gym 5 days a week. Because my thing is, let's assess that week on the positive things. And then the following week, we're going to, figure out a plan of attack for what we're going to do to make the scale victory and the non-scale victories, apparent, right?
Mhm.
So, so you always want to focus on all of the good things that you did. Okay, yeah, the scale went up, or yeah, the scale didn't move, but what are the good things that you accomplished this week? You were, you used to, have to take a break when you're walking, doing your lap around the park. You used to have to take a break midway. Now you don't. Okay, that's great. Yeah, the scale didn't move. Okay, but but that's a non-scale victory. You know what I mean? Like, look at that, right? So you have more lung capacity. You're able to have more air in your lungs. You're able to walk longer and further before you take a break. You were able to, you went up a plate on the cables, or you went up a dumbbell, size or whatever on your chest press, or whatever. So
Mhm.
you look at those non-scale victories, even if or when definitely the scale didn't move. We always people we're so focused on that scale, but there's other things, the blood work, your cholesterol, there's the belt size, you know what I mean? Like, that used to be in this notch, now it's all the way back in
Yeah.
this notch, you know what I mean? Like, so look at look and see, like, whether it was a good week for the scale, or a bad week, or an indifferent week, like maybe the scale didn't move. Always look at, what the non-scale victories were for this past week. How did you do, as we say in KFit 30, one better? It's always you versus you. So what did you do one better than you did last week, or yesterday, or whatever? Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. And guys, I'm gonna even take it to the next level in discussion. So yeah, it's great to know that you've achieved, and that's Danny, excuse me, and my mantra, get doing one better, one better. And where that comes from is where our KFit 30 challenges. We have something called a PUC, PUC, pop-up challenge. But it's not only just the pop, we send out these different individual tasks that we want them, let's say holding plank, or wall sit, or whatever. We come up with some really cool creative stuff. We just ask you to be 1 rep, 1 second, one whatever better, lose 1 pound. So let's look at it now from the other side of the fence, where the stuff that you can't really see, that's different. Like, I would love knowing that the belt is going down, the pants are falling off, getting looser, the shirt's fitting you better. You tried on something from how many years ago, it feels
Right.
good, but let's talk about now when you strap on that blood pressure cuff and you go, this is a victory, guys. This is when you're able to regulate and sustain your blood pressure, and you're kind of, weaning yourself off these meds that we want to get off, with obviously with the doctor's with the doctor's supervision. That's a victory. If you've been checking
Yeah.
your blood pressure, every other day, and it's been, skyrocketing high, and now all of a sudden, okay, you're on to this KFit 30 program with Danny and myself. And after the first week, what? My blood, my systolic, my diastolic dropped down 10 points on each side. That's a victory better than, let me tell you, that victory should be celebrated more than the one that you're
Yeah.
able to tighten up one more notch on your iWatch. Believe me, we love when we can go down one more notch. We get it.
Yeah.
But that's a very big part of it. How about this? How about Danny puts you on a meal plan? She hooks you up on a meal plan for a week. You're complaining about inflammation all over your body, and no energy and no motivation. You sit down, you get on the computer with Danny, you FaceTime, she puts you on a program. Okay, so the first week you didn't lose any weight. But Danny, I got a question for you. How come my knees don't hurt anymore?
Right.
How come my knees, my pains in my joints aren't hurting me, Danny? What
Yeah.
what what? Well, maybe because Danny took away the sugars, the bad carbohydrates, the sodium. How about that we detoxified you and we cleansed you, so your body's like, oh shit, I
Yep.
like this feeling.
Yep.
That's a
Yep.
non-scale. I love that term,
Yeah.
non-scale victory, guys. So it goes a lot deeper and a lot. It goes a lot further than just the aesthetic, which we
Yeah.
love. We're in there. We
Yeah.
love the aesthetics. Let's be a
Yeah.
little vain here. Enjoy your results. You know.
And if you
Um,
use you use your mind and not set limitations, you can find every non-scale victory that there is. It's like you
oh,
don't
there are
need.
millions,
You know
millions.
what I mean? Yeah, exactly. You know what I
Tying your
mean? Like you don't.
shoes, not being able to bend over, tie your shoe,
Right?
not being able.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
Seeing that you have the same shoe on, or
Yeah, that's funny. That's good. That's good. Or how about just walking a flight of stairs that you walk on a regular basis that you have to take, you
yeah,
stop 3 times before you get to the top. Oh
right,
my God,
right,
wait, did I just walk to the top of these stairs without stop?
right.
Non-scale victories.
Yep,
These are
yep,
huge. And these are going to
yep.
set you guys up for when you look in that mirror. These
Yeah,
are paving the way for that amazing aesthetic result that you're going to get with the programs that we put forth for you. And
sleeping better.
sleeping better. I mean, come on, less stress. How about all of a sudden now you used to getting headaches and migraines for
Right,
one every other day. All
right.
of a sudden 3 weeks go
Yeah,
by and you realize, how come I haven't had a headache or
yeah.
a migraine? I
Or
mean,
or
come
how
on.
about or how about you're able to control like stressful situations a little bit better because
Definitely.
you're more
In tune.
present and
Yep.
in tune. You
Yep.
know?
So I love it. I
I
love
mean,
it,
we could
guys.
get we
So
could we could spend a whole hour
you
just talking
can.
about non-scale
You really
victories.
can. April, shout out to April. It was a great
Yeah,
topic.
that
So
was
you guys
great,
get where we're
April.
coming from. We have the proper natural homeopathic holistic way to get you your non-scale excuse me victories and celebrations. All right. So what happens now when we do find in life and in our journey that we've discussed this one before a couple of times, but it's important that we hit on it again because somebody asked and we try to come, new listener might have jumped on and asked about, guys, I'm a little unmotivated. I hit a little plateau with anything. Plateau doesn't have to just mean for weight loss. Let's talk
Right.
about non-scale plateaus. How about you jumped into this strength conditioning training portion. All of a sudden, oh my God, I got up to the 30-pound dumbbell press. I can't break that plateau, Danny. Or how about I was able to run for a mile and I'm just gassed after a mile. How do I break certain plateaus in life? How? Not just weight loss plateaus. How about Danny's got a sizzle rip? Yeah. Which reminds me, I got to bring Angela some. I got to give Angela five samples. Just remind me, I got to bring some with me today. So how do we get over these plateaus? What kind of plateau busters do we have? Well, first of all, one of our main biggest plateau busters is the supplementation that we have. So if you're dragging ass and you're lacking energy, we have something for you. If you're unmotivated because of mental clarity and mental fog, we have something for you. Okay. But it's not a magic, it's natural and it's science based from Sizzle, but you still have to put in the work.
Yep.
The iWatches are great, the Fitbits are great. You still got to do the work. You still got to put in the work. You got to do the workout, whether it's a 5-minute one today and a 6-minute one tomorrow. You have to do that. So when we do hit a plateau, the first thing we want to do is we shut down. We say, okay, I'm done. I gave. No, that you can't do. You
Mm-mm.
can't do that in life, and you
No.
can't do that in working out. We have to figure out, what do I need? Keyword with Plateau Buster: change. I have to change something, Danny. Right? With Plateau
Something.
Busters, what do you suggest?
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, you're hitting a plateau that's it's you're here, right? You got to change something. So you got to figure out what it is that you want to change or you have to change. So, well, where are you plateauing? Like you mentioned, you're stuck at a certain weight, whether it's a bench press or a squat or a curl or whatever it is. One of the ways that I like to do, like if I've had a client, hanging out with like the 15-pound curls, the dumbbells, I'll just be like, you know what, we've been here with the 15s for some time. I'm going to give you the 20s. Oh no, I can't do the 20s. I'm like, have you tried it?
Yeah.
No. Well, then how you can't do it, right? So you should be able to at least do at least one, right? Give me at least one, right? So, and that's what I do. So like to break their steady plateau at 15-pound dumbbell curls, I'll give them the 20s and then, do as many as you can until your form starts kind of, flaking out. And then, like let's say you get the 6 before your elbow starts flaring out. Well, then we put those down, grab the 15s and finish that set out. So, and people, well, what's that going to do? I'm still going back down to the 15s. Well, but the second set, we're going back to the 20s doing some more curls, a different type of curler or whatever, until the form starts, kind of getting helter skelter. Drop those, grab the 15s, and finish out that set. So then what happens is your body's getting used to lifting that 20 pounds, so that, maybe the next time we do the curls, we still might have to play, the 20 and grab the 15s. But maybe by the third time we do that, you're able to get through all 3 sets with the 20s. We broke through that plateau, right?
No doubt.
So, and that's the thing, that's just what you do. You just keep trying to, like, inch your way. If you're, running at a certain speed, and, like, you're trying to get faster or whatever, whatever the case might be, or you're trying to get, a further distance, run, like, let's just say you're trying to run a 3K, and you've ran 2 miles, because 3K is what, 3.1 miles, right?
5K,
So
yeah,
let's just
5K, yeah.
oh, 5K, 3 miles, right? So, like, let's say you've ran your 2 miles, and then you walked 1 mile. Well, now let's try and run 2.25 miles and walk the rest. And let's try and walk, so like, that's how you bust it out. Like, you don't have to hit, 3 sets of, 10 reps at the 20 pounds today. We're kind of just, like, we're breaking through, we're chipping away at that wall, trying to break through, and make a hole, make a breakaway. Same thing with running. Just go a couple of seconds. Even maybe you can't even do a quarter of a mile, but once you hit that 2 mile mark that you always stop and walk at, go a couple of seconds further, and then
Right.
that's kind of breaking through that plateau, because the more you do it, the further along you're going to go, the stronger you're going to get, the more miles you're going to be able to run. But if, like you said, John, earlier, like, if you just kind of check out and be like, up 2 miles, that's all I can do, up 15 pounds, that's all I can do. If you think you can, you can. And if you think you can't, you can't. You're always right, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't. You're always
Yeah,
correct.
for sure. And you
Okay.
know what I find, Danny? I find complacency, when we get complacent in our and we get
Yeah.
regular in our routines, where it's just the same. Those of you guys going into the gyms, once again, we'd rather see you do this than nothing. But those of you guys, you pulled a workout off of the internet. It was a 12-week chest and tricep workout, and you're doing the exact same thing every time you go in the gym. That's not my training principles. I'm not a big believer
Right.
or a fan of that. Now, to tweak it, it might be a great program, but I believe that your body, your mind definitely has memory, where it says, all right, you already know. You're in
Yep.
your head,
Yep.
you're doing close grip tricep presses, and your brain already it's on the next workout. You're gonna do your skull crushers. It
Yeah.
knows. And that's why you get with a good trainer, that he takes out the unknown for you, and that's what's going to promote. So
Yeah.
you want to break a good plateau, get with a trainer,
Yep.
reach out to Danny or myself. Let's get you on a program. Let's get you to get. Now, once again, don't misconstrue this for being organized and structured. That you have to be. You have to be organized and
Yeah.
structured on this journey. You can't fly by the seat of your pants thinking you're going to get amazing
No.
results long term.
Right.
Short term you can. Long term it's not going to work.
Right.
If you can be able to walk that fine line of organized, structure, discipline, and change, you got it locked down, guys. You got it locked down. You
Yep.
have to know, and you'll feel a plateau coming up. You will. Trust me, whether it's in your strength, whether it's in your stamina, whether it's in your weight loss, you're going to feel it coming on. It just doesn't
Yeah.
happen one day that,
Yeah.
okay, I'm not doing it today. It gradually happens, So
Well,
in
even
order,
if you're bored, that means you're
yes,
hitting a
yes,
plateau,
yes, sure.
And even if you do the same exercises, if you put them in different rotation,
Yeah,
that's still changing it up, because,
and
like you
change the
said, if your
weights.
body knows you're gonna do the tricep push downs, then the
Yep,
skull crushers,
yep,
then the bench dips, your
yep.
body already knows, "Oh, I know, I know, I know."
Sure,
But if you do,
sure.
let's do the bench dip, and then the push downs, and then the skull crushers, your body's like, "Whoa, whoa, wait a
Yeah,
minute,"
and
you
play
know?
around with the reps. Play
Yeah.
around with the
Yep.
reps. Increase the
Yep.
weight.
Yep.
Do a 10-8-6 format one day, and then you do your 15-12-10 or 20-15, whatever the case may be. But you have to let your muscles know. Listen, we like to say, when the mind and the muscle are connected as one, the possibilities are endless. That's true. But
Yep.
don't get too familiar with the same routine, because that breeds contempt, like they like to say. Familiarity breeds contempt.
Right.
So also keep in mind, there are other ways to plateau bust. And how's that? Through supplementation and nutrition. If you're going into the gym every day and you're just having that cup of coffee and that's it, and you're relying on that cup of coffee to get you through that workout, okay? And your body's just like, oh my God, my body even knows that I'm gonna have. Yep. Danny's holding up a Sizzle Sport. Good job, because I just got rid of 3 of those the other day. So your body, when you wake up, your body is programmed, and you to know I got to get that coffee to hit my palate. I
Yeah.
need that cup of coffee to hit my palate, Well, shock it one day. Drink a glass of water before you drink your coffee, all right? With that cup of coffee, before you're going to go to the gym, eat something, a banana with it. Have something that's going to mix up your energy plateau, because we got to get you into that gym with a little bit more kick in your pants. We're going to boast and brag about, like Danny just held up, the Sizzle Sport, which is a pre-workout. So we definitely recommend trying that. It's a natural approach to energy, sustained energy. I absolutely love it. All right. It gets me through my workouts. And if you really want to bump up your game, we got our Peach Mango Fire and Ice, Sizzle Fire and Ice thermogenic fat burning iced tea. All right.
Put
So
this in that thermogenic ice, fire and ice.
Danny, I'll go blow for blow with you. I'll hold up my sticks too. So guys, the point we're trying to hammer home is don't use the plateau as a negative. Use that plateau as a positive. It's telling your body, it's telling yourself, your muscles, your psyche, it's time for a change. All right. And
Yeah.
if you don't know where to start on making that change, reach out to us. You guys have been watching us now and with us for many years, many of you guys, okay? Even if you're, like I said, if you're abroad, if you're in wherever listening to this, we have them everywhere, in all the Caribbean, wherever, Europe, wherever, Australia. You guys reach out to us and say, guys, I hit this plateau. This is what I'm doing. Can you guys help me out? And we're going to help you out. All right. But don't let that plateau discourage you, because once you get into that plateau funk where you're ready to wave the white towel and throw in and plant the white flag, then who wins from that?
Yeah.
Nobody wins from that, Danny. And we know that plateaus can be beneficial. Well, how's that? It's forcing me to make a change.
Right.
Plateau is saying, Jon, it's time for you to make a change, man. That's why I've never ever in my life, in 23 years of 2 years of Koga, however many years, I've done the same Koga workout back to back twice. Never, ever, ever.
Nope. Even down here, the same thing. We say the same thing. Might be the same exercises, but they're in a different rotation, different place, different numbers, that kind of thing. Yep.
It's key. It really is when it comes
to keep the body guessing, and you're going to see results.
That's right.
Period.
Exactly right. You guys you want to bust the plateau. You don't ever eat after you work out. You're not drinking a protein shake. You're not refueling them. Last week we talked about overtraining and undertraining. You're not refueling the muscle that you just kicked the shit out of on a vigorous workout. How about this plateau buster? How about treating the muscles, fibers, and tendons and ligaments in your body, some nutritional support, where you are going to now respond through growth, toning, shaping, and all that good stuff. Just because you fed it within that 1 hour after you completed that workout, you're going to bust the plateau right then and there. You need to bust your plateau on your body fat. You can't get your body fat down. We got a plateau buster for that. We got a supplement for that. I know we're throwing the supplements at you, but many of you guys right now, are not taking in the right supplementations and nutrition to overcome these plateaus, and it's a big part of it, Danny. You know that as well as I do. You know?
And I know a lot of times people, you're taking the same supplementation. Like, I don't know how many times I've talked to people and they go, yeah, I take BCAAs. Like, I'm like, nah, you're taking the wrong shit. I'm just telling you, you're taking the wrong shit. And even if they're taking EAAs, you're still taking the wrong shit, because I have not come across any of the products that I've come across with Sizzle. And like you always say, like, I'll go toe to toe with anybody's supplement. But you have to like look at the quality of that supplement. So if you're taking something, and you don't know if it's quality or not, like, ask us. We'll be fair. Like, there's several times where I've looked at something and be like, you know what, this is fine. Like, I'd rather you be taking my pre-workout or my whatever. But you know what, this is fine. Actually, it's kind of similar. It kind of coincides with this. So I mean, honestly, I'd want you on mine, but this is actually good. So keep doing your thing. We will be fair. What's he get? Achoo.
Nope, didn't come out.
God bless you.
Yeah, didn't come out yet. Danny, you know another good plateau buster, guys? If you've never taken a group fitness class or you've never gone out on the gym floor, how about mixing up your, I know you're a hardcore bodybuilder. I know. You're a hardcore bodybuilder, Instagram famous. I get it. You're doing your videos, but you can't seem to break that plateau on your weight loss. Jump in a class, jump in Tony's class, jump in my barbell class, Koga barbell lift. Jump in a class that's going to help tell you when you walk out of there and your body goes, what the hell just happened to me right now? You're busting your plateau.
Yep.
You're on path to bust your plateau. When you walk out of there, you get in your car, you put on your radio station, and you're cruising, feeling good. Take the top off, and you got another workout done, and you're not really saying, "Wow, what the."
Right.
Yeah, that's only going to take you so far. Let's bust that plateau by changing it up, mixing it up, and giving yourself all sorts of changes, whether it's nutritional, supplemental, or workout itself. And we're going to get you through that plateau. Yep. And you're going to get the results even better, faster, and you're going to come back more efficient than you ever were before with your workouts. Trust me, that's how it works.
Period.
But all right, Danny. So listen, I know we still got a couple of minutes left, but let's talk about real quick, because somebody had asked about Sizzle. Somebody had said we talked last week, and I don't want to, guys, don't hang up now. Stay on the freaking call, because maybe you might need to hear this. All right. So right now, you're thinking about, you want to make a couple extra bucks. It's going 2 minutes on this. All right. John, you guys were saying last week, and I'm saying it because somebody put it in the comments, hey, I need to know more about the business side of Sizzle and joining you guys' network. It's really Danny and mine. It's our network. It's the KFit network. We just aligned ourselves with the right people and the right products to help us prosper on the financial side and on the health and wellness side. So if you feel like you're ready to, we're not saying quit your day job just yet, no. From my mouth to God's ears, maybe you will. There are plenty of people that are involved in Sizzle that did quit their $100,000 a year electricianal jobs or teachers or whatnot, and they've been with Sizzle now for 10, 12, 7 years. And it's like anything else. You put the time in, you're going to get the reward out. The beautiful thing about this is that it's called residual income. It's guaranteed every single month. You're going to get that paycheck. All right. If you work the program, you just stop and, you shit out of luck like anything else in life, but you got to work. You have to put in the work, and put in the work is simple with technology today and social media. And even if you're not on, listen, I know some of the top earners in Sizzle that don't even do social media. Amish, what am I saying? The Amish community, Marianne, Anne-Marie, making $20,000, $30,000 a month in the Amish community. They don't even have freaking electricity. They're not listening to this podcast right now, but they're at every single corporate event that Sizzle has. They're out there. They know that. Listen, guys, let me call it exactly. Let me call it like I see it. If the Amish community, who I have nothing but the utmost respect for, all right, because I can never live like that. If the Amish community makes Sizzle products their only capital only product that they'll use in their house, on their household goods, whether it's their laundry detergents, whether it's their face with their creams, whether it's their soaps, if the Amish community will only use Sizzle products, that has to speak volume to, because the Amish community is nothing but natural. It has to come from the earth. Okay.
Yep.
And when you can parlay that into a business, like some of the Amish community down in Lancaster and up in Ohio have done, where they're just each one teach one to the next person that's in an Amish community that needs to, overcome something and get their health better.
Yep.
And this is it. Sizzle's it. Say no more. Guys, that's got to speak volume to you, man. That's not made up shit. That's not made up shit.
Isn't that the Yoder family?
Yeah, the Yoder family.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'm proud to say and grateful and thankful to say that they welcomed Koga into their communities. I had them a couple of years back when we did the yearly summit, the conference that we do at Sizzle.
Right.
The Amish community from Lancaster came up, and there they were in my Koga class wearing their way cool freaking Amish clothing, which I absolutely love. And there they are, just good people, man, just good people, but they do their homework. They know that the science, and they know that the science behind Sizzle products, they don't even have to bat an eye and blink an eye. It's not, let me check and see if this product is good. Let me check. They know all of the products are good. All of the products are made from the earth. Okay. So if you guys are leery and skeptical about, taking a natural homeopathic science-based way, guys, like Danny said, we'll go toe to toe. We don't want to get into a piss and match with anybody that's, is ambassador to, all these other companies. It's great. We're happy for you. But chances are, if I look at the ingredients bottle, and I'm not a scientist, but I know enough about it now that there's going to be something harmful in there, a filler, some kind of filler that's thrown in there just to make it more abundant,
Yeah.
to fill the
Yeah.
volume of that up. So they'll put something that shouldn't be in there. Okay. So instead of you getting a 1 month supply, you got a 6 month supply for half the price, but it's twice as harmful for you. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So if you want more information, as I think it was Rich did, he wanted to know more. It's real simple, guys. You start taking the products. We'll get you on some products. If you want to sample, Danny K and myself will get you a sample set to you. The beautiful thing about Sizzle products is that some of them actually act immediately. So like when you take the energy, you take the energy, you're not gonna palpitate, your heart's not gonna, palpitate, you're not gonna crash 2 hours later. It's gonna give you the immediate effect, which is great. And that also speaks volumes. Now, if you have bad knees or inflammation or OA, you have osteoarthritis or you have osteopenia, the onset of osteoporosis, and you got to combat this inflammation. If you have any kind of itis, bursitis, tendonitis, we have a product for you. Where's my Sizzle? Let me grab my Renovator. My Sizzle Renovator right here. All right. If you need Renovator, it's a joint fuel. If you need this, I can't even keep in stock anymore. If you need your Sizzle Thermarol, the topical, we have, guys, the point I'm trying to make is that we didn't box out any demographics. You don't have to, go to your aunt's house and say, let's host a little party at my aunt's house, like everybody's done from the 60s, 70s, and 80s with Arbonne, Airway, and all these other companies that are probably reputable in their own right. They're not Sizzle, and they were fooled. They had a bait and switch. They took out their credit card. Some crazy person came into their living room and sold them on a bill of goods.
Yep.
Next, their freaking credit card was jacked for $600, and they're sitting home with a bunch of product that they're not going to take. That's not how it works with Sizzle. We're going to get you the effect and the result, and then you're going to say, here's my credit card. Get me on board, because what I'm going to talk to people as a product of the product, how my inflammation went down, how my energy is through the roof, how I lost freaking 26 pounds. You are the billboard to your success with Sizzle, guys. So first and foremost, Danny, myself, and Sizzle will get you in the best shape mentally and physically than you can obtain on your own with my help, Danny's help, and Sizzle products. That in itself is going to have people ask questions to you. Oh my God, Mary Jane, what are you doing? Oh, God, and you're going to get diarrhea of the mouth. You're going to want to get all this stuff out so fast. We'll teach you how to contain it. And that speaks volumes. That equates to monetary success, meaning that you're going to send them your link. They're going to purchase because of you or the product of your product, and you're going to get paid within 24 hours on your compensation plan that we have. It's easy. That's 101 Sizzle for you. You want it, it's here for you.
Easy.
Danny? So we have a couple. Danny, you have a couple new Sizzle distributors you wanted to welcome, right? Who do we have? Did somebody else buy some this week?
Distributor Della bought some. Della bought as a customer.
Just customers.
Yep,
Della, right?
yep. She came in as a customer. But like, I've had David and there was a couple other people that came in as distributors, and Brittany, one of my trainers, and killing it. Like,
it's just it's such an awesome feeling. Let's get back to like even in my class. Yeah, Kobe's barking. Even in class, like I love when the girls come up to me and the guys come up to me afterwards and they say, "Hey, John, I need to." Now what I'll do is I let them buy it, over the counter from me, first few times, and then I say, "Hey guys, listen, let's make this simple on you. You're buying it, you like the product. Let's get you on an auto ship. Let's get it sent to your house. That's going to put you in the running to make some commissions on it." Who doesn't want commission on it? Who doesn't want free product after a few months of work in the system where you can actually, use the Sizzle money in your wallet, in your e-wallet to pay for your product. And then it gets exciting.
I will tell you that this was the most free money I have gotten so far. Like, so, every, I keep, auto ship.
Rewards,
I never really did an auto ship. Like, I was like, no, I don't trust the auto ship. I don't do this. I don't do that. Like, I just like going in and I'll make my order every single month, whatever. And then, I started, I think an email came through on how you can, make money from having an auto ship. I'm like, you make money from having an auto ship?
Hell
Like,
yeah.
okay, sign me up. Like, so now like I'm on an auto ship, and you get kind of like free money for having your auto ship at a certain thing, because I'm buying it anyway, right? I'm
Right.
buying the products, I'm buying the amount every month. So why not put it on an auto ship where I can go in each time and, like, if I
Change
didn't
it
use
up.
this
Yeah.
one too
Yep.
much, I can change
Yep.
it up or add whatever. But like everything was consistent anyway. So if I keep the consistency on the auto ship and I can make money, like free money, like what the hell? So like, I got my loyalty rewards from having the auto ship for 12 months on, like that set rate,
Yeah.
like almost $800.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw the check. I saw
What?
it. You posted it up, Danny.
$800. So like I'm like, oh, this is like, I mean, like everybody says, like, well, what if they give you $1,000, and a cart, and you went into the store, Best Buy,
Go
and you
shopping. So, yep.
went shopping, and that's what I felt like I was doing. I was like, oh, I'll take this one and this one,
I
and
know.
everybody gets a car. I get a car, you get a car, everybody gets a car.
And folks,
I
for
was
those of
just
you
like, I was
guys, for
I was
those of you,
freaking click happy.
I
I'm like,
know.
okay.
For those of you guys listening internationally, guys, we're in 40 countries, so we're not excluding you guys either. We'd love to. Danny said, Danny's had people that bought from her from Germany off our
Germany,
links,
Australia.
Australia, So guys,
Yeah.
even if you're listening to this, which many of you guys are, we appreciate your subscriptions to this. You guys are in other countries. We are in, I think it's actually 46 other countries now. It might be more. So if you feel like you want to get involved, especially if you don't have Sizzle, if it's you never heard the term or the name before in your country, I mean, you guys want to talk about cashing in and capitalizing on that, just reach out to us, all right, on the social medias at Danny K or Jon Koga. Drop us a comment, and let's get you on board. If we have to put together a private personal conference call for you guys, or a video Skype with you guys, Danny and myself will definitely do that for you, to teach you on a tutorial conference call how the whole thing works. All right. So listen, I think I said enough. The hole under my nose needs to be closed, as I like to say. And it was good. We touched on some topics that I think everybody can relate to. Plateau busters. Enjoying and celebrating your non-scale victories,
On scale.
which was a really good topic. If you're still on the fence about joining our KFit 30 body challenge mission, don't think about it anymore. Say, guys, send me the link and let's get you on board. All right. Because yes, it is it's gonna cultivate and culminate on the Memorial Day weekend. But that following week, it starts up again. It never ends, guys.
Yeah.
It's never ending for
And
you. So
and if you join now, like Della joined on Sunday, her 30
yeah,
times 3
it's gonna go through.
starts
Yep.
Sunday.
Yep. You
So
got it. And listen, we want to be here for you guys. We want to not only do we want to, obviously, get you guys in shape and hopefully take you out of the madness of your life once a week here on Tuesdays at 1 p.m. But we also want you to have fun with us. We want you to ask questions. We want you guys to learn. Danny likes to educate and inform, which she's the best at, and to let you guys know that this KFit whole lifestyle that we've created with the KFit brand, KFit Talk, KFit 30, we're able to do it for each and every one of you. So, all right, listen, I got things to do. One Koga love. I'm out. Peace. And make sure you guys, well, Danny, tell them what they need to do with that little bell and all that shit.
subscribe to KFit Talk on the podcast. Go to Facebook and subscribe to, or follow, like, and follow KFit Talk. And click that little bell. I always tell you, click that little bell so you get the notifications when we either, like, on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or Google Podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcast. If you click that bell, that means you subscribed to getting all the notifications when we upload, like a new show. If you miss a live, you're going to be in tune when the latest show gets uploaded, right? So and like I said, Spotify is like my place to go, like, for all my podcasts and stuff like that. But we've got 8 seasons, like full shows, full 8 seasons of, like, chewing the fat and educating you guys and having fun. And so, like, if you're just tuning in the last couple of weeks or even just today, you got, like I always say, you got to get the mustard and catch up. So go listen to the other 8 seasons, right? So until next time, y'all, stay tuned, stay informed, stay motivated. Let's kick some Netflix.
Even when you feel
Go,
low,
go,
you
go,
can still
go.
go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go.
Netflix, Spotify,
Netflix.
check them out. Go, go.
And all of his stuff, there's no copyright to it, so you can play it.
Nice.
He allows it all to be played.
Every single day, I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. Through the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, on the highway, and in the driveway.
My shit, my way or the highway.
Grind through the climb, I invite pain. You never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain.
Flip the switch, baby, you can obtain.
Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They see with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go.
Yep.
Even when you feel slow, you can still
Yep.
go.
Even if you plateau, you can still go.
All right, guys, subscribe, share this to your pages. Until next
Go,
week.
go,
We outie
go,
G.
go.
We outie G. Go.